Hey, thrill seekers, welcome back. Sorry about the lack of content over the past week. Ryan's actually taking a non-theme park vacation, so I figured this is my time to shine with some exciting news that just dropped today. The Griffith Park Carousel is getting a much-needed restoration. First, let's take a look at the history and then dive into the new project. Welcome to Loopin' Through Life. The Griffith Park Carousel in Los Angeles is more than just a carousel. It is a cornerstone of American amusement history, a ride whose painted horses and echoing music shape not only childhood memories but also the very foundations of Disneyland. Built in 1926 by the Spillman Engineering Company of New York, one of the most respected carousel manufacturers of the early 20th century, it represents the craftsmanship of an era when rides weren't just machines but works of art. Spillman carousels were known for their robust engineering and ornate design, with each horse individually carved, painted, and detailed to be one of a kind. And Griffith Park's model boasts 68 wooden jumpers, everyone different from the next, leaping in time to a mighty Stinson 165 band organ capable of playing more than 1,500 songs. This wasn't an afterthought amusement. This was a moving gallery of folk art, where children could climb aboard horses that looked alive, and parents could bask in the music and motion that defined the golden age of carnivals. Originally, this carousel spun on the beachfront of San Diego's Mission Beach Amusement Park, thrilling vacationers by the ocean, before it was relocated in 1937 to Los Angeles' Griffith Park, itself a growing centerpiece of recreation during the Depression, when cities were eager to give families affordable escapes from daily hardship. The carousel quickly became part of the rhythm of Los Angeles life, a place where generations of Angelenos came for birthdays, weekends, and family outings. But its most important visitor was a father named Walt Disney. In the 1930s and early 40s, Walt would bring his daughters Diane and Sharon to ride the Griffith Park Carousel. While they laughed and circled around on the painted horses, Walt sat on a bench nearby and reflected on the experience. He realized that amusement parks of the day were places where children had fun while parents merely waited. He began imagining a different kind of park, one where parents and children could experience joy together, where themed environments could immerse visitors in stories, where rides weren't just diversions but vehicles for imagination. It was in those moments, watching his daughters ride this very carousel, that the seed of Disneyland was planted. Without this ride, there may have been no Sleeping Beauty Castle, no Pirates of the Caribbean, no Haunted Mansion, and certainly no billion-dollar theme park industry. The Griffith Park Carousel was the quiet spark behind the happiest place on earth, and its influence lives on in Disneyland's own King Arthur Carousel, a ride directly modeled on the magic Walt first felt in Griffith Park. Yet, even icons are not immune to time. The Griffith Park Carousel operated continuously for decades, entertaining millions, until the pandemic of 2020 forced its closure. It reopened briefly, but by 2022, age and mechanical failures combined with disputes over ownership forced it into silence. For 3 long years, the music stopped, the paint chipped, the organ fell quiet, and the horses stood still. Preservationists, Disney fans, and local historians grew anxious. Would this piece of history be left to rot, sold off, or dismantled like so many other forgotten amusement rides? That question was finally answered on September 4th, 2025, when the city of Los Angeles stepped in and the Department of Recreation and Parks officially purchased the carousel for $1 million, ensuring that it would remain in Griffith Park permanently as a cultural landmark. This was not just a financial transaction, but a statement of values. Los Angeles was declaring that this carousel, this ride that inspired Walt Disney himself, was a treasure worth saving. And so begins the next chapter, restoration. The city, has announced a multi-year restoration effort, estimated to cost around $2 million, that will return the carousel to its former glory. Skilled artisans will carefully strip down and repaint each of the 68 horses to their historically accurate finishes. Capturing the intricate brush strokes and color palettes of the 1920s, the massive Stinson band organ will be dismantled, cleaned, and retuned so that once again, its booming melodies can echo across Griffith Park. The mechanics, gears, motors, and bearings nearly a century old will be replaced or rebuilt with precision engineering, ensuring not only safety, but longevity. The structure itself, from the carousel's canopy to its support beams, will be reinforced and restored, preserving its vintage look while meeting modern codes. Unlike many refurbishments that compromise history, this one will be carried out under strict preservation standards, making the Griffith Park Carousel as close as possible to what was in its prime. Fundraising campaigns are already underway, and the city has set an ambitious goal to reopen the carousel by 2028, aligning with the Los Angeles Summer Olympics, when the world's attention will turn to the city. This timing is no accident. Just as the Olympics celebrate human achievement, the reopening of the carousel will celebrate cultural legacy, showing the world that Los Angeles honors its past as much as its future, but the restoration goes beyond the ride itself. Griffith Park, already known as LA's backyard, will see the area around the carousel revitalized with a new visitor center, a performing arts stage, and a cafe, transforming the site into a cultural hub anchored by the carousel at its heart. Saving the Griffith Park Carousel means more than rescuing an old ride. It is about safeguarding imagination itself. It is about ensuring that future generations can sit on those same benches and feel the same spark that Walt Disney once felt. Carousels are often dismissed as simple children's rides, but this one carries with it the DNA of the modern theme park. Its horses gallop not only in circles, but through history, connecting the 1920s to today, the laughter of yesterday's children to the dreams of tomorrow's. When the Griffith Park Carousel spins again, it will not only delight riders with its painted steeds and booming organ, it will remind the world that Disneyland began not with castles or fireworks, but with a father watching his daughters on a carousel in Griffith Park. Thanks for sticking with me today. We'll catch you next ride on Loopin' Through Life.